Good morning, it is springtime.
Yes, we have been in Manchester for a long time.
And we don't want to leave because we have become institutionalised to the way of Manchester life.
We arrived and well, there was a breach on the Bridgewater Canal,
Yeah.
and that made it so we couldn't go any further forward, and then there was a breach on the Macclesfield Canal, and that meant we couldn't go that way, and then the Rochdale Canal went out of action.
Yeah, so the only option is the Huddersfield, and we've just come over the Huddersfield and we're going towards,
The south.
yeah, and
And then
especially
the east.
via Wales. So
Yeah.
we're going on the Manchester Ship Canal.
West, not the east. The Wales in the west. Oh,
Yeah.
that's convenient.
Yeah, it should be easy
England
to
east,
remember.
Wales west, yeah. But yeah, so we're going to be doing the Manchester Ship Canal. My original hope was to go up the Weaver through the mudlock there, and then it turned out that,
Guess what?
yeah,
We ended on boatless.
also out of action.
So not looking good with this springtime cruising for everyone.
Yeah, water level issues and infrastructure issues and just sheer management issues, and then there's healthcare issues and life issues and
Yeah.
issues upon issues and issues with my tissues and tissues without issues.
But today's task is to get down the Rochdale 9 into Castlefield because we are currently in Picadilly.
And we are booked to go through Pomona Lock into Salford tomorrow morning very early. So we've got to get down the flight today. And
I'm still in my driving area. Michael's still in his locking area. So
yeah. But the only lock we've been through, well, two locks we've been through, other than helping others out with their locking activities, we've just been back and forth to New Islington Basin for water for quite a while. So this is going to be new territory, even though it's not new territory, because I had to wake up at 2 a.m. a couple of nights ago because somebody drained the canal. That was good fun. So I've been up and down all these locks. We just not with
with the boat.
Not with the boat.
all right, let's get going.
All right.
Rip the
I'm
Band-Aid.
really feeling bad about the pigeons.
Michael's been feeding the pigeons, which is why the top of our boat is covered in bird poo.
Yeah,
It's also-
I took at one point to using the top of the boat as I think of it as a rust removal technique,
Yeah, well, there is
because
no,
the
we
birds
just
do
need
a very
some-
good job of kind of, hammering it all.
There was a one-footed pigeon that Michael wanted to help, but we never did manage to catch it. But we tried to feed it on the top of the boat to catch it, and then
It just became a habit.
yeah.
Yeah, which I've now moved off from. I'm feeding them over there, and I'm being attacked by several Canadian geese.
So am I though, because they see our boat and they see people and they think, oh, food. So when I come out, I get swamped by pigeons because they get confused.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Although I don't know why we look like food.
no, we could give us the food.
No, givers of food. Right.
All right.
Some of those. Sometimes the geese do look a little ravenous. They're running at me and I'm like, I don't think they're after the seeds.
We were just walking along the towpath because we got into a habit of doing George's walk every evening and Michael's walk. And Michael was just stood there waiting for George, and the goose just came and bit his finger.
Yeah. We're going to break our tradition tonight.
What's that?
Well, we're not
We're
going
not
to do our circuit with
Thank
George.
goodness, I don't have to get out and do a walk.
You're going to have to get out and do a different one.
I'm not sure about that. And we currently have two pigeon on our boat roof because,
One of which is trying to mate with the other one.
anyway,
Let's turn the camera around.
let's go. We've really enjoyed our time in Manchester, and while we're very sad to be leaving, we're more than ready to be on the move again. At Ducie Street Junction, we reach the end of the Ashton Canal and we turn onto the Rochdale Canal. Michael's already waiting at lock 84. He's got the gates open and we can begin our descent down the 9 locks towards Castlefield Basin, just over 1 mile away. While we're passing through this lock, a woman from one of the neighbouring office buildings comes out and offers to make us a cup of tea.
Oh, bless you. No, we're fine, thank you. Yeah, we've just left. That's so kind, thank you.
The next lock is a bit of a strange one. Office buildings were constructed right above the canal and they're supported on these huge concrete pillars. This area feels really seedy, and I wouldn't like to be walking through here alone day or night. There's some men hanging around as we bring Perseverance through. They're friendly enough and interested in boat life, and one of them gives me a fist bump as I bring the boat into the lock, as he was apparently impressed with my steering. George didn't really enjoy the underground lock, and he makes his feelings very clear. He wants back on the boat and he's not walking any further. And what George wants, George gets, so I pull over and pick him up. It's amazing how quickly our surroundings change. We're only a few hundred metres from the dystopian underground lock, and now we're outside a trendy cafe, and up there is Manchester's famous gay village and Canal Street. I wait here for Michael to prepare the lock, and I vow not to get whatever that is wrapped around our prop. My steering is not quite so elegant going into this lock, and I complain that it's not fist bump worthy, but Michael must feel sorry for me as he gives me a fist bump anyway. There's no towpath in the next pound, so I need to wait here for Michael so he can ride on the boat with us. The pontoon at the next lock is fairly short, so Michael goes through the boat to the bow to get off there. Okay, this fist bump thing is getting out of hand now. Show me your hand. What did you do that for?
I didn't do it on purpose, did I?
The Rochdale Canal Bill was passed in 1794, and it was the first Trans-Pennine Canal route when it opened 10 years later. The Manchester and Leeds Railway opened in 1841, and the Canal Company had to reduce its tolls to stay competitive. Despite the competition from the railway, the Rochdale Canal remained fairly profitable throughout the 19th century. Its decline began in the early 20th century, and in 1937, the last boat crossed the Pennines on the Rochdale Canal. Most of the canal had closed by 1952, but these 9 locks between the Picadilly Basin and Castlefield Basin remained open and stayed navigable thanks to some dedicated volunteers. They also campaigned to reopen the whole canal, and by 2002 the full route to Sowerby Bridge was navigable once more, which meant that we were able to make our journey across the summit back in 2020.
This is what we call the machining tolerance error. That ratchet does not work.
Below Lock 88 we travel under Oxford Street, and while the towpath is back, it's been locked off with a huge gate, so I need to wait for Michael again. Once we've passed the gate, he steps off the boat as he's going to run ahead to the next lock. This lock is right next to Dean Street Station. If you arrive at the right time, you can see hundreds of commuters streaming up or down those stairs. Most of the locks on this flight don't have bywashes, so if there's an excess of water in the pound above, the flow will simply pour over the top of the lock gates and into the lock. Castlefield Basin is fairly full of boats, so we decide to moor above the bottom lock and we'll head down to Pomona Lock and onto the ship canal first thing in the morning.
Prepare for another goose attack.
Michael just got attacked by geese.
To be fair, the geese were attacking each other. I just happened to be in the way.
And they're still not happy.
They're not happy about something here. I think we may have disturbed the equilibrium between the geese here.
So it's just stopped above the bottom lock because there's moorings.
Yeah, it was just, there's rings, it's convenient, and we're heading down one lock and into the Pomona tomorrow morning.
It's only one
so,
night.
yeah, it's perfect.
How is your Rochdale Line experience? So this is the first time we've come down. Both times we've done them before, we've gone up. It's the first time
It's not the first time there's been the Canada geese being, ordered.
it's the first time it's been sunny,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the first time I've driven.
My main experience of it this time was a little bit of pathos about all the pigeons.
Pathos.
Yeah, well, because there was a pigeon that had drowned in the last hawk.
There was a duck in the other.
Yeah, and then there was all these nesting pigeon nests, and one of them, the mom had died on the nest. It was very tragic and sad. And I'm going to take some seed back and feed the ones that live.
Are you ready to admit that locking's harder than driving?
Nope. Nope. Driving's still hard.
I don't agree. I'm having a great time driving.
All right, so I'm going to head to coffee.
Yeah.
You're going to head to bed. And yeah.
It's totally on
I know. Just got a stomach. All right. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to Minimalist Maximal Velocity for our very occasional time-lapse videos. Not these aren't occasional anymore. These are now very occasional. And say hello to George, because
He's a boat dog now.
he's definitely a boat dog, but he's not sure about this leaving Manchester my life.
So one of the guys said, "Welcome to Manchester." Thanks.
Yeah.
6 months.
Oh, we've been here for 6 months.
Good morning. It is springtime.
For Hitler in Germany.
After